Hey everybody, I wanted to take a moment to explain some things to you. Something that the kids certainly have heard me say from the stage, I guess you say, back on Wednesday nights, and just in conversation, what they've heard me say is just something that I want to bring to your attention and let you know kind of why we're doing some of the things we're doing and why we're not doing some of the things we're not doing. If you've been looking at the calendar and the looky here, the little newsletter that we hand out every couple months, you'll notice that there's some new things on there. DNA is one of those. Donations not accepted, and we'll have one of those events coming up here pretty soon. But that's just an awesome chance to do some service stuff to be Christ-like, as he said. He washed people's feet and said, "Go and do the same." And that's what we're doing, just serving people different ways. And that's kind of a small part of a big idea that we're partaking in here with Not From Concentrate Ministries. One thing I want to bring to your attention is, again, if you're looking at the calendar, we don't have quite as many activities per se as we might have in the past. And during the summer, there's a lot of stuff going on just because that's just the nature of the summer. Everything gets a little crazy, and there's more time because school kids are out of school and everything. But one thing I wanted to let you guys know is I wanted to take a better approach, I think, to ministry and to youth ministry especially, is that a lot of times in my experience, going through college and seeing different stuff that goes on and different ideas, one thing that's kind of common is an internally focused youth ministry, and that's one thing I do not want by any means here at Port Orange. Is I don't want a ministry for the kids that focuses on ourselves, because I just don't think that's a Christ-like attitude. I don't think that's what Scripture teaches us. I think we should be a ministry, a group of kids, a youth group, whatever you want to call it, a bunch of people that are more focused on outward and not so much focused on ourselves. That we need to focus on discipling ourselves and becoming better disciples, and to go reach more disciples and just reaching out as Christ would through evangelism and these kind of things. And so what that really amounts to practically is that we're not going to necessarily do quite so many just get together type events and that kind of thing, because that's when we're just doing a lot of fun stuff and not letting that be the focus. I think that's where we kind of get distracted and where we go wrong is. But we need to do more outward focused stuff, and that's why we're doing these. Going to be doing more service oriented things. The DNA and donations not accepted. We're going to be doing more of that kind of stuff and less just goofing off. But that's not to say that we're never going to just have fun, because we need it. We need that. We need times where the kids can fellowship and they can get together and organize way through the church and know that we can have a good time together. And church isn't just about just doing things so strict and removing fun, because that's not what it's about. But also, the purpose for me doing this is I want to explain that to you a little bit so you can hear it from me and maybe not hear from anybody else, but hear from the source of why we're doing that. But at the same time, I want to bring it to you, to the parents, and to the sponsors. I want you guys to have a part of this as well, and to know that I very much appreciate what you guys do and the suggestions and the support and the help and everything you get, everything that you give. And I want to extend to you the opportunity to say, in between the events that we do, like we're going to be doing the bigger events, like Impact and the CIY stuff and different things at FCC and some of the larger events like that. But in between is supplement stuff, and we're doing like going to the beach and doing some stuff like that. But if there's any times where as you parents, that you would say, you know what, I want to host something in my house, just a game night or a pool party, just stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff where I think it's great for parents, for you guys to step up and say, this is, I want to be a part of the youth group and I want to host this, and so you guys can get that together, and that's awesome, and I will support that completely, because we need that kind of stuff. But just from my perspective and what I'm trying to accomplish, I want us to focus more on the outward outreach type stuff and growing and more discipleship, because that's what true ministry is, and that's what God has called us to do, and that's what we're called to do through Christ. So I wanted to bring that to your attention to let you know where we're at and why we're doing what we're doing and why we're not doing what we're not doing. So if you have any questions or comments, so just please contact me. You guys know where to get me. My email is adam@portorangechristian.org, or you just call me on my cell phone or here at the church. I love talking with you guys, and thanks very much for helping out, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Bye. Nope, it didn't stop yet. There.